So we are saying that the level of functional insanity is very great within certain secret developmental centers of electronic technology, nanobot technology, and then beyond that there are those who are working with time beams and portals, and all of this is going to, let's say, the spring opens the door on everything, on everything. On a practical level, remember that when you have order in your environment, when you have peace and quiet, and when you have beauty to look at, and when you enjoy nature, when you can laugh and you have friends, you eat well, sleep well, drink water, all the things, and relax, this is what you are here to do. The whole package, all of it. You are to be stabilizers. You don't have to understand it all, but you must be aware that it's all going on. And whenever you think you understand it and put those pieces together and say, this is it, just remember to step back and say, the P thinks it's it. All right? Because the P wants to analyze and put it all together. Always give yourself that place to say, it's bigger than I think. All right? Mm-hmm. Be kind to yourself in that capacity. Or who has a question or comment or anything they want to bring up. It doesn't have to be just timeline.
Well, this is Karen Walker.
Yes, Karen.
It's a question I've had for a while, but it's related to timelines. And when you say healing along the lines of time, I understand that, and I've experienced it to some degree. But that healing, I mean, I guess my question is, what is a full healing? I mean, I know part of it is remembering, on a personal level of timeline, having a remembrance, feeling that timeline with your emotions, making peace with it, understanding how it relates to now, like seeing a bigger picture.
Yes.
And feeling like it's okay now, that all of it all happened for, when you can stand back and see how all these things happen for this.
But the behavior must change.
And then
you implement.
Then the self changes, and that's the healing.
In other words, the self in the now, you got all that part right, because you have to empathize, connect, and realize there's something here, this is all right, that was experience. And yet, in the now, I have to make peace with all of this. I have to sit in assessment of it. And I have to show that if something from the past is nagging, that is, let's say, a murder or violence of some sort, or war, rape, some sort of very disturbing thing that would traumatize the soul, then that line needs peace. And it will get peace when the person in the now lives and shows a responsible, noble way. Because it then, all those other connected points feel worthwhile. They feel accepted, because the person in the now knows never to go toward that pain, but to accept it and integrate it and say, here, join me, I am healed. I know what I'm a part of, I have done it, this is my standard now. Join me in the way I think, and living again a noble life. And noble means that you have no shame, you have no things to hide, no great secrets, you're not, your mind is clear, you're not dissociating here and there. It's work for every person to maintain that. And we will say this, the more you cycle around the sun, your body changes, and things do become easier in the levels of consciousness as you get older. You may have to take on bigger holdings of things, but you have the strength to do it. So, be patient, but be vigilant at the same time, all of you. Mm-hmm. You understand?
Yeah.
And give your best, as if all those wounded selves are looking for a part of the self that is successful, integrated, and that says, look, I'm carrying it all and I'm fine. It is who I am, but I will never do those traumatic things. And then it shows a way that those parts that were stuck and wounded and unintegrated can be accepted and move forward, but again, with change of behavior always. Always change of behavior. Always finding that which works, working towards more awareness, more responsibility, more respect for all life, and more recognition of what is good and what is not, and greater ability not to make excuses for someone or something or to compromise. You must learn to call it the way it is. We don't mean to make it a black and white world, but many people get themselves in trouble because they cannot recognize faulty behavior in themselves or in others. They disguise, they make excuses for it, and those lifetimes can go on into nebulous confusion. And so there must be a reckoning. Each person themselves must be able to recognize what is wholesome behavior and what is not, and to build a standard. And if it's in the timelines, then that must be dealt with in a very clear, empowering way. And of course, you all have the ability to listen to us intellectualize this. So many people on the planet have no direction for it at all. They're acting it out purely through intuition and impulse. And yet, the more people who are able to be stable with it and to do it themselves, you make it possible for others to do it without the intellect. Do you understand? It becomes their instinct because you build the pattern of responsibility and healing. Healing along the lines of time has many ramifications. It is one of the hardest tasks you have taken on as a people. And it's not that you have taken it on, it's sort of the characteristic of the energy and the test of the initiation. You know, when you go from grade to grade, you pass tests, you must be elevated, or at least it used to be that way. Now they just sympathetically move people forward. They don't want to deal with them. That's why you get so many people who are inadequate and they get all the way up to high school and they can't read or do math. There's just this nobody left behind, just keep them going forward no matter what they can do, scoot them out. Can't pay too much attention to the slow ones, or even change the curriculum so they can understand it. And so in spiritual realms, you're not moved forward like that at all. You stay where you are, your level of awareness, depending upon your willfulness. And you can use your willfulness against yourself, or you can use it for yourself. And we've been giving you the clues all evening as to what to do to humble yourself, to use your will to move forward. And this healing along the lines of time is a collective undertaking, a collective demonstration that humanity as biological creations would be able to follow the cosmic program and to innately move their intelligence into their heart. And then from the heart, they would be able to be triggered by all the mass craziness around them and to realize it was a reflection of all time. As time is collapsing, coming together, looking for nurturing, looking for freedom, looking for healing, understanding, all the things all of you want from others, all the things that are built in you that you want to have as part of relating to Earth. And so to move your consciousness forward, you must collectively demonstrate that you can do something, that you are worthy and noble enough to enter higher realms of higher frequencies, to know more, by showing again your nobility. And nobility often is the grace to turn around and help others that need assistance, not to rescue. Here you are not rescuing along the lines of time. Here you are cleaning the rubble